Hey guys, welcome back. I just recorded this whole video and realized there was no audio, so I gotta do it again. All right, anyway, Corsair. I wanna talk about this ticker today because we had some really nice pre-market action on ENOP second gapper. But there was a different ticker, CRSR, which I wanna talk about with you guys, Corsair, which was kind of creeping along in the back end, mostly selling off. But it's something that we don't want to ignore. And really quickly, let me just go to the trading screen and kind of show you guys why this ticker is kind of interesting. So Corsair is a company I'm sure you guys are all aware of, PC, computer equipment. This is a company that's been around since 1994. So it's not exactly like, a new gapper just coming out of nowhere land or a new ticker like a biotech that we're, typically trading or something like that. But at the same time, I was checking this ticker out and I was like, well, short float here, 6.5%. That's not really that much. It is a NASDAQ ticker, so this short float will be updated in the next few days because NASDAQ reports it twice a month. Short ratio though here, 4.4, that's actually pretty high. So based on the average volume, it would take around 4.4 days for shorts to cover. So that's kind of aggressive. Sales are performing really, really nicely here, but overall there's no news. And this is always really, really funny. Well, actually, this isn't funny. This is my day trading account. We're up $800 today. Kind of a smaller day. I've been using smaller size because, April, May, really slow months overall. So I'm, getting my bearings back before I get too aggressive again. But what I just want to talk about, Corsair, short ratio. Yes, let's go back here to trading screen. And, okay, so we're on CRSR right now, Corsair. And I was going through trying to find a catalyst on this one. I couldn't really find anything, and God, this is always really stressful when you're looking for news. TD Ameritrade also doesn't have any news, and then here top stocks on the day, and it says this ticker is more or less up because people are trading it, following increased interest from retail investors. It literally is. This ticker is up today because people are trading it. The news freaks me out. It's like you don't have to tell me that. That's that's obvious. Obviously, there's interest. Tell me why. What's the why? So that's what we were talking about a little bit here. Wall Street bets, it's being mentioned. Now, still, there's not that much going on. I did some digging on Wall Street bets. I did some digging on stock tweets. Oh God, you're already going down that rabbit hole. So it's already kind of a red flag. But ultimately, I've summed it up to three different reasons, right? There is let me go here to the full screen. There is this potential rumor that GME, now that they have so much cash on hand through all the dilution, that they might be able to do some sort of buyout. Do I really see that happening? I don't know. Right now, it's just a total rumor. And the like I said before, traded because it's being traded kind of news. So there's interest in it. So there's that, and which kind of leads to point number three. There's this general FOMO, right? You see a ticker that's up. You see a ticker that people are trading on Wall Street bet. People are posting, their giant positions that are up 15% or something. But that if someone's long $100,000, they're like, oh, I made 15K off of this. Then it starts creating some discussion. So that's really what we're seeing here. But no real news. Now, what do I think is going to happen? Because on the stream, I was saying we'll quickly review this ticker as well. Will we see some continuation? Because that's really the important part here. Like if you are long CRSR and you're thinking about going long, well, is this a good time to do it? So let's dive into that. Well, first of all, coming back here, we have an increase in sales. That's always a good thing to see. Outstanding shares actually decreasing, which is, okay. Definitely better than usually the increasing. What I like here, short float, shares float 88.4 million. That's actually pretty good for a $3 billion company. In terms of low float, usually I'm trading tickers south of $50 million. But this basically, in a nutshell, means this company is easier to move, right? It takes less energy to move this ticker because there's less shares available. If you guys are really new to floats, which I would assume not all of you guys are, Tesla, for example, look at their float, $774 million. So this company is a lot harder to move because there's a lot more shares that need to be traded to move the company. And that's why I love trading low floats. For example, ENOB, where we made most of our money today, this is a low float, 15 million. Oftentimes we're trading tickers with 2, 3, 4, 5 million. So that's really what we like. Now coming back here again to CRSR. So we got that nice, well, decently low float on a larger ticker. It's a Wall Street bet ticker. So that's number two for pros for continuation. in terms of multi-day runs, just like we saw here, where it went from roughly $30 all the way to $50. That's a nice rally. There's been a lot of gaming news lately. For example, on Morning Brew, you've guys seen it, and this is like a reiteration. We've talked about this several times here. Microsoft will expand its subscription gaming service, Xbox Game Pass, to smart TVs. Its own future streaming devices. So basically, you don't have to have a console anymore for gaming, which I personally think is amazing. Now, this might not be the most pro PC and kind of gaming systems kind of catalyst, but we've been seeing a lot of gaming news. Ubisoft, Nintendo, big picture. I mean, it's even on Morning Brew, they're talking about gaming. So there's kind of an overall trend. I love talking about momentum trading when there's a macro trend and there's micro news specific to the company. The micro news is really what we're lacking here. It's holding, and here's another point, number 4, it's holding support. There's a lot of support here at 35. You saw a huge bounce off of this area, around a 4% bounce, which 4% isn't really that big, but in terms of multi-billion-dollar companies, 4% becomes a little bit more interesting. For the small caps we trade, 4% is nothing, but that's a different story. It is holding this area, which I really like. Unfortunately, it did have a big sell-off, but this is the key support zone. This was the big resistance here originally. We broke out, retested, and then broke out again. Now we're coming back to that. So if 35 breaks and starts trending down with low volume, I think this is dead. But if it holds here, maybe pops back up and holds above 40 near the end of the day, I think this could be a runner tomorrow if that happens. If you come here to the daily chart, what I really like is this huge volume. Big breakouts aren't really that important if there's no volume, and this is big volume, so I like that. Potential upside, I really like that as well. So right around 36, big support at the moment. So if we come even here to a double top, that's a 30% rally, which is really nice. I think there's going to be a lot more support here at 33 and probably at 31. So that's between 6 and 12% sell-off. So we're talking about a 1 to 3 risk reward for a swing trade, which is pretty nice. So I like big volume, big upside potential, really good. Now the cons for a continuation is the lack of news. This ticker could just die tomorrow because there's just no news. So I'm a little confused why it's up, and that would have me really on edge for holding it overnight. I don't know. We'll see. It could be a one-day popper, classic pump and dump, but I don't know. We've been seeing a little bit of trends lately in the gaming space and just overall with meme stocks kind of coming back center stage. So who knows? I'm a little bit bullish overall what I'm seeing with CRSR. I would love to know your guys' opinion. Are you holding this one? Are you planning to hold it overnight? What's your price target on this one? A lot to talk about. So let me know in the comments below. And like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. I'll see you next time. Ciao.